So you want to be a vintage girl, but you don't know where to start. Well, this video is for you. So today I'm going to be covering what I think are the most essential vintage pieces that every girl should have in her closet. I'm sorry, but I'm not wearing rings and I need to go put them on. Okay, all of my rings are from Pandora and they are so pretty. I literally just feel like naked if I don't have rings on. So that's why it's something that I just had to do. This one is from Majori, but the rest of the rings are from Pandora. Okay, so every girl needs a vintage blazer in their closet. This is because blazers are one of the best things to thrift. They just have so many options, and like the vintage ones from like the 60s, the 70s, they're just so much cooler than what exists today. So this blazer I thrifted when I was in Rome. I love it. I just think it's so unique. So it's really good quality. So the outer material is suede and it's lined on the inside. I just feel like this is gonna last the test of time because it's a vintage piece. It looks solid, it looks sturdy, and I'm into it. I love the color. It's so pose and repeat, it's so me. If you're kind of more into neutral colors, then obviously you can go for something more neutral. The men's section is such a great place to find vintage blazers. I feel like there's not as many colors, but if you're looking for neutrals, men's for sure. Okay, so next we have vintage dresses, and this is honestly one of my favorite things, especially lately. On my most recent trip to Australia, I really got into thrifting dresses because my style kind of evolved and I wanted to go for more like the longer length, like the midi length of dresses that exists so much in thrift stores. It's actually crazy. And I picked up these two dresses while I was in Melbourne, and honestly, this one is a Reformation dupe. Like the print is exactly like something that Reformation is selling, and Reformation dresses are so expensive. And I got this probably for like $15, 15 Australian dollars. Then I picked up this one, which I really was on the fence about, but I really like it. I really like how unique it is. The print is so fun and so like summer, and I'm just so excited to wear it in the warmer months. And I just feel like vintage dresses, as opposed to like new dresses, are more classic. They're more timeless. They can kind of last through different decades, different trends. They're just cool. So I just feel like every girl needs at least one vintage dress in her closet. It's just such a unique piece that no one else will have. And the problem with like fast fashion and shopping at Zara, for example, it's just that everyone ends up having the same stuff. That's one. Obviously there's a lot of issues around fast fashion, but one of the things especially that I have noticed is everyone ends up having the same stuff. Earlier this year I went to this party, so the theme was like royal and gold and some, like, you know, this kind of thing. 4 girls turned up in the exact same top. Okay, it was a Zara top. 4 girls came in I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, literally 4 girls came in the exact same thing. I thought they had planned it, but they didn't. That's not how I want to experience fashion. Like, I just want to see cool things on people, like different things that I haven't seen, unique things. I just feel like it's more fun that way. So vintage dresses, get your hands on one. Okay, the next thing that is so easy and really so affordable is vintage shirts. I have quite a few shirts. Shirts are one of the things that I love to buy vintage, buy secondhand, thrift, because they are priced really, really well for usually really good brands. So I've got this one, which is from Ralph Lauren, and usually Ralph Lauren shirts new are like $100 or like something ridiculous, basically. This one's from Australia, this one's from Paris, don't remember where these are from. This one is from Barcelona. So good value, okay? You don't need to be buying a new shirt, in my opinion. So the best place to find shirts vintage are the men's section. These are, I think, mostly all men's, other than this green one. It's more of a female like fitted shape. And the best thing about shirts is that there's so many different ways to style it. You can do like shirt, skirt, boots combo, or you can wear like a shirt over a dress. A shirt is just a really great piece for summer, wearing a bikini and then a shirt over the top or whatever. Just like if you're going to the beach, then you've got shirt trousers, shirt jeans. Like there's so many options for shirts. That's why I just feel like it's such a staple. It's such an essential. It's basically a closet essential, but I just think it's such a great thing for it to be a vintage closet essential because it's the best thing to thrift, and it's so fun to thrift because there's so many different options. One of the most obvious things is that you should have a vintage leather jacket. Vintage leather jackets are key. They are very important, okay? They kind of are the backbone of any vintage secondhand thrifted closet. They are so iconic, and the best ones are thrifted. Like leather jackets, they're not good when they're new. Like, have you seen a new leather jacket? They're either really expensive for real leather, or they're like that fake leather that just looks really cheap and not nice. So vintage leather jackets, this one I got from Melbourne. It's just cool. Like this is something that you won't find in the stores. It's a unique piece. The way that it sits, I think this is a men's style. The pockets, the detailing, the buttons, everything. It's cool and it's unique. You're not gonna have the same leather jacket as someone else, basically. Okay, so the next vintage closet essential is denim. This is just a blanket category, okay? So denim in general should be vintage, especially jeans, skirts, shorts, jackets, all vintage. It's just way better, it fits better, it holds better, it lasts longer. Okay, so the first thing we have is a Levi's denim jacket. So if you're looking for vintage denim, lots of vintage denim will be a better option than buying new, just because it's worn, it's like lasts the test of time, it's been through the wash a few times, like, you know, like it's good stuff. I own a lot of vintage denim and I find that Levi's are the ones that always are the best ones. Like, they are so solid, they fit the best, they look the best. Vintage Levi's all the way till I die. So this is a Levi's vintage jacket. I'm not really sure where I got it from, but I've had this in my closet for years. My go-to denim jacket. I don't even feel the need to have another denim jacket because I know this is the only one that I need. So next we have shorts, and we have a denim skirt, and we have jeans. This covers all of the denim category. Vintage denim all the way. So another thing that is really easy to include as a vintage piece in your closet is t-shirts, like oversized t-shirts, graphic t-shirts. This is such a great thing to thrift and get secondhand because there's so many, there's so many. It's actually insane. Like, if you go to the thrift store and you go to the t-shirt section, it's insane. Like, there's so many, so you can find whatever you want. Something oversized, something fitted, something cropped, baby tees, everything. So here we have two different tees. I can't remember where I got this one. I don't know, I don't remember, but it's like a nice oversized one. I love to wear it to the airport with like shorts in the summertime, shorts and sneakers, airport outfit, done. Then I picked up this one from Melbourne. You can also find like designer brands. This one is Tommy Jeans. You can find a lot of different styles and cuts and brands at thrift. So vintage tees, I just feel like is such a cool thing to have in your closet. So I forgot to show you this one along with my other leather jacket, but if you're a colorful girl like me, then you will want a colorful leather jacket. So this one I think I got from Vinted and I love it. It's just so cool. I love the color, the mint green. It looks worn and like vintage. Like, it doesn't look new. It doesn't look like that fake leather. So it's got these pockets, which is a real bonus, and I love it. I'm actually obsessed with this jacket. I think it's one of my favorite pieces in my closet. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Okay, so next I'm gonna talk about a couple of accessories and shoes. So for shoes, generally shoes are a good thing to buy new. I agree, totally agree. Two things that I think are really good to buy secondhand are boots. Vintage boots are so slay, and loafers. So I have these vintage boots. I was looking for a pair like this for so long, and I've had these in my closet now for probably a couple of years, and they come out every summer. They're such a great summer piece, festival, everything. They're cool pink cowboy boots, and I feel like cowboy boots come in and out of style. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. They're just like something that you should kind of have. If you're not into the cowboy boot style, you can go for any kind of boot that you feel comfortable in. Just feel like vintage is a better option than new, just because you can get a cool design, you can get a cool look. It's a vibe. And the second thing that I mentioned was loafers. Loafers, obviously you can buy new, but I just feel like one of the best things actually is that it takes away the wearing in period of like shoes like this. Usually they're kind of painful to wear in, so I didn't have that problem when I bought these because they've already been worn in. So that was great. So these ones are actually from Massimo Dutti, and they are my favorite loafers. They're just so like solid, so good quality, and I'm deeply into them. Okay, so the final thing that I think that every girl should have in her closet, vintage piece, are vintage bags. Vintage bags are so fun. They're just so cool. They're so unique. They're so different. I bought this one from Vinted. It's just a cute little mini bag. It's got these details. It's just cute. It's like one of my go-to going out bags. It fits my camera. Fits more than it looks like it would fit. Fits my camera, fits my lip gloss, fits my phone. I'm ready to go. Then we have this one, which I think is a really good example of a unique piece. The shape, the color, the material, extremely unique. I think I got this from Savers in Melbourne a few years ago. And I also love the size. Like, I just feel like it can fit my vlog camera really comfortably and a bunch of things. So vintage bags, closet essential. Okay, so to summarize, the most important vintage closet essentials are vintage leather jackets, vintage denim, vintage accessories like bags, shoes, only boots, and maybe loafers, t-shirts, and dresses. So those are the pieces which I think make it really easy for you to put together thrifted outfits, vintage style, all of that kind of stuff. These are the essentials that make it really easy to build on your style. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram for fashion at poseandrepeat, for beauty at poseandrepeatbeauty, and Post and Repeat on all other platforms, TikTok and Pinterest. So let me know in the comments if you have any video ideas or requests, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
7,000 feet above it all.